Welcome back, everybody. There is the man that's caused the shock of the morning so far, and that's doing Cole a little bit of a disservice because he's an incredible player, but he did knock out the number one player, Tom Cousins. We've talked about it plenty throughout the last hour or so, and he's about to get us underway against Dom Cooney as we move into the last 32. And Simon Webb and Stephen Jameson with you for this one as the shocks keep coming, Stephen.
Well, Cole Bedford has started a domino effect in the British Open. He was the first one through into the last 32 in beating Tom Cousins 6-4, but he has started what is starting to look more and more like Paul's version of the Red Wedding, because player after player after player is falling in the last 64 of the British Open. Tom Cousins gone. Declan Brennan has just been beaten by Michael Hope, gone. Craig Waddingham, gone. John McAllister, gone. Sean Chipperfield, gone. And that is your top 5 ranked players coming into this event out in the first knockout round. If you look around the top 10 as well, Luke Gilbert also has fallen at the last 64 stage. So too Phil Harrison, Christophe Lambert. This draw is now wide open.
Yeah, and for players like Cole and Dom, of course, has already been a Pro Series champion. The door is wide open. You know, it really is. Especially for Cole, who essentially takes the number one position because he knocks out the number one seed, but it doesn't make the task any easier, actually, with the draw that he's potentially got. Obviously, Dom here, and potentially winner of this match could play Chris Melling. It really has been a bloodbath this morning. It really has. The shocks keep on coming. Keep an eye on it as we go through the day. This is only at the last 32 stage now. All those scorelines we've mentioned have been from the last 64. As Cole gets himself in trouble, fully in trouble. Touching ball. So just trying to get behind the red at the top of the table, coming up a little bit short, so does leave a yellow on down the table, but not one that I think Dom will be too interested in. Good outcome for Cole. Does the yellow pass the red to the top of the table? If it doesn't, it remains a problem for Dom. If it does, Dom will go here. That was tough. High tariff plant for Cole. would have won him the frame. As long as that yellow remains a problem at the top of the table, he still has hope in this frame, even though you feel like he's behind in the tactical exchange. Looks like Dom's decided it's time to go. Maybe not, though. He's asking if that's touching the cushion or not. Or confirming that it's not. He's going to lay another snooker. The problem is ball in hand doesn't help in terms of that ball at the top still won't go. You still got to play a cannon to break it out and risk being on nothing. Is it worth Dom playing a safety off the yellow at the top of the table? It's got a big area in the bottom half of the table to try and land on. If you can get behind the cluster, maybe there's a gap in the middle of it, which makes it riskier. But it does solve the problem at the top of the table. Big shot coming up right now. Really surprised at the pace he played that at. That was nice. He felt like he could squeeze it in as a double, or maybe he was playing a loss of turn and was trying to go into the yellows at the bottom of the table. I don't know. It was a strange pace that he played that shot at, and it's given Cole a really good chance to go ahead and win this opening frame. Eight ball isn't wide open. Cole might have too much angle here. I was assuming the eight ball went left centre. I'm not sure if he can get there from here. He's trying to go three cushions with running side. That shot never plays well on these tables. It's tough. Yeah, trying to. That's just such a tough shot on these tables. You'll see that played on American tables a lot, but very rarely on these tables. Crazy opening frame, lasting nearly 10 minutes now. It's 8.5 we're up to by the time this finishes. We may even get over the 10 minutes because that yellow and red have gone safe still. It's quite an incredible start to this match. It's going to shorten it up quite dramatically.
Yeah, it is a little. Still feel like half an hour is a long time, especially for a match involving Cole Bedford, to still have enough room on a race to 6. But no guarantees, of course, when the frame comes out like this. Difficult for anybody to play quick. Oh! Kobe. Cole Bedford from downtown. Have a watch of that. Blink and you'll miss it. certain Dom didn't want to pot that. And that smile tells me all I need to know. He did not want that to fall. And now he's in a little bit of bother. Needs to figure out a way to move that yellow. Does Dom? No, side didn't take for Cole. Looking to find a line to just nestle next to red and leave Dom in a world of pain, but the side just didn't take at all, and it's another foul. But again, Dom has to open up this yellow. Maybe place the cue ball bottom left of the table and use the yellow at the bottom of the rack line, top right. Or is he just going to screw straight into it? Don't mind that. Or is he going to wait again? No, he uses 2 cushions instead. It was a better method than screwing it, just gave him a little bit more control. And now, at long last, Dom Cooney can go and win the frame.
It's been incredible. I mean, just incredible how this has gone. I mean, even now, he's struggling to see the connection. He wants to go left centre, but he's not going to leave a good angle on the one bottom left corner, so he's going to go bottom left corner, trying to leave an angle on the one left centre. Oh, he's playing safe. I mean, it just won't come easy to either of these players. We very, very rarely see a frame last more than 10 minutes. I mean, it's just 1 or 2 a year that we see it, and we're 12 minutes in now. Does the red go left centre as a kick shot? That's what he's come round to have a look, because if it does, this is as good a chance as he had for a long time to go and win this frame.
Yeah, I feel like this would be an absolute robbery, but Dom Cooney's sort of asked for it a little bit.
Even there, if the cue ball stops half that distance, then it's over, but it's kind of left Dom under pressure. And once you've invested 13 minutes into a frame, you don't want to give it away here. So I could see him playing safe again. Because if he takes the one to bottom right, the straight one, and misses it, he's giving up the frame. So yeah, you can tell he's fighting himself, isn't he? Yeah, he's playing safe. I'm not surprised.
Take this on, Cole. Top left, have a wing in it. If you make it, you win the frame.
Just wondering if he can see enough maybe to try and play the long double rather than trying to cut it back, because he can keep the cube on the top half of the table then.
Maybe. Oh, shot, Cole.
Oh, what a shot.
What a pop. And I must say, deserved. I can't help but think that the Dominator has been asking for this frame to finish like this.
Yeah, it's one of those, and you kind of keep coming awkward, and you keep thinking, I'll wait, and then that happens. I don't mind playing safe there because of the time he invested in the frame, but he's got to play a better safety. He can't leave it on the way he did. He might as well just take the pot on and leave it on and do what he did. But 14 minutes for that opening frame, incredible.
As we take a look around the tables as the last 32 continues in earnest. Closest to us, that is Vivek Mack taking on Zach Cooper.
Had a really good chat with Vivek this morning on our way, and we both arrived at the car park at the same time. And really nice to hear him say he's enjoying his game, because I think there was periods last year where he just wasn't enjoying the game at all. Maybe outside life was part of that, but just lovely to hear a player that's enjoying playing, and he's playing really well this weekend.
Yeah, hasn't lost yet, Vivek. Flew through his group, flew through this morning as well. He looked at the seeding at least and thought, well, I'm likely to play John McAllister, but not to be. Zach Cooper coming through it. It's a good example of the draw just opening completely wide open here at the British Open. Break is going to go dry for Dom Cooney, as the gods intend. That is just how this game goes. He knows that. He's taken advantage of the other side of it enough times as a member of the Team Bless stable.
We're in danger of having a 14-minute frame be followed by a 90-second frame. Cole in prime position here to clean these up.
Extension cord.
He's not happy because he's left a little bit of angle here. I'm not sure. Yeah, it all goes left centre, which was where you'd play for it from this angle. Reds are in play if you try and get to the same pocket. In the end, he played into it and he's snookered himself. Oh, if he's on this, he's very fortunate, and he's eyeing up the potting angle. Yeah, Dom will know. Just a slight bit of movement from Dom in his chair. I guarantee his face says it all. Oh, and he makes it off the thin jaw as well. Not how he drew it up, and he holds up his hand, but it's still 2-0. Quite incredible. Cole getting himself in trouble, but getting himself out of trouble. Got a hold of that one. His last break delivered a 14-minute frame. He'll be looking for a bit quicker here. They are all on again. Could go reds. Looked like he was about to get down and pot a yellow. Quite like the reds here. Kind of pot the reddies next to. Try and get on the one on the left-hand side and then just get out. But the yellows are okay as well. Yellow left centre as your starter. You just have to take the two at the top. The one nearest the pocket first, unless you wanted to play that plant, but he hasn't looked at it from here and you won't get better on it than you are now, so looks like he is going yellows. Okay, now he's got himself in position. Surprised he's taking this one. I know he's on it as good as he will be. Oh, he's missed it. Wow, how'd that fall in? How on earth did that fall in? Only the pocket weight allowed that to happen. The reason I didn't think he would take it, because I thought he'd play the one he's playing now. He's got very much the same angle, just half the distance. And that gets him left centre, which gets him bottom right. Oh, it looks like he's going to screw across the table, but I was thinking he'd go bottom right, and then he's the one he played up the cushion gets him to the one on the top table and sort of connects together. He saw it that way round. Using the red helps meant he had a lot more margin for that shot. A good way of working it. He actually left himself a bad angle at the top, so tries to force it to get as close to it as possible, and he's once again looks like he's left himself a slightly bad angle on the 8 ball, although he might just be able to play topspin through. Oh, he's digging lower than that. Comes across it for right centre. Nicely done. 3-0 to Chaos, building on the back of what he did against Tom Cousins. Approaching the halfway point in the match. Just under 21 minutes left to play. Finishes then for Cole after that drawn out opening frame. Gets him in a really good position, but Dom can't be too down on himself. Maybe got a touch on the negative side in that opening frame and hasn't had a chance since then, so just has to be positive for his next opportunity. These matches can turn around. He's capable of doing 3 straight chances himself, so just needs the chances. This hits the break and gets what you arguably deserve when you miss hit the break. Absolutely nothing. Caught the front ball about quarter ball there, and he took pace off, which is a surprise. Just wants something to get going. He wants an opportunity. He wants something to get positive, try and put a pattern together. But I think at the moment all he sees is problems. Not a layout he wants anything to do with. Has he teased Cole into going here? I think he has. Really tricky. The 2 reds. The 8 ball in between the 2 reds makes it tricky. If the red went to top left past the yellow, then it would be fine, but it doesn't, so he's to be really clever with the way he goes about these next few balls. This is, I think Dom knew what he was doing when he was leaving the shot on that he did. Right, time for Dom to step up and be really positive here. He's going to have to play a good shot to get onto the 8 ball. He needs to find a finish just to get some positivity going. Oh, he could go in off here. Oh no. It is not happening for him right now. Touch straighter than he wanted. Shouldn't be a problem. Punches it through just to create as much angle as he could. Cue ball's tracking, but pulls up in time. 8 balls in. Frame over. Cole Bedford 4-0. And this one will hurt Dom Cooney probably more than any of the others, simply because of the chance he had there at the back end. They're not able to take it. Probably right now feels like he's not been involved in a match.
Well, I'll tell you why he feels like that, because he hasn't. It's 4-0. It's crazy, really, how a match can get away from you. Dom's had a lot of table time, and yet doesn't have anything to show for it. And this would get away from him really, really quickly indeed. We're looking at all sorts in the back arena at the moment, and we can tell you what's coming up next as well. Ben Doyle versus Jordan Shepherd is a heavyweight clash. Two players who are capable of producing absolute magic. I'm really looking forward to that one. That's coming up next. Around the tables, there's some close matches going on. Shane Thompson is 5-0 up on Preston McInnes. He's on the hill already. He's a safe cracker. And he's sort of quietly going about his business. Still yet to lose, I think, Shane. And maybe, with so many big names falling by the wayside already today, maybe it's the safe cracker's time to return to the winner's circle.
Maybe. A very quick conversation with him yesterday. He said he was probably as positive with his game as he has been for a long time. Okay, just under 15 minutes to go. If there's going to be a turnaround in this match, has to happen here, and immediately Dom Cooney runs into trouble. think that was just a safety option. Well, it definitely was just a safety option. It's more a case of trying to contain. Cannot get anything going on his side. He had a lot of table time for feeling like he's not been involved in the match, but that's how he'll be feeling right now. And that's a beautiful piece of cueing. And Dom Cooney will sit down and he'll fear another frame is going to go by the wayside here. I have to feel that this is a match. It just feels like that opening frame was so tough for both players that the player that won it, Cole Bedford, has been released by winning it, and Dom is still stuck.
Yeah, and I think sometimes as a player, you almost have to manifest your own destiny. You've got to be positive, and I think it's difficult to disagree with Dom's choices. I don't want to make this anything personal, but I think just from what we saw in that first frame, Dom was constantly negative in the sense of he was so fearful of giving Cole the opportunity to win the frame that he almost didn't go out and win it himself. And I think when you put yourself in that mindset and you then lose, you're almost on a hiding to nothing for the rest of the match. It really just is the worst possible setup.
Yeah, I completely agree. As we see Cole on this 8-ball, let him knock it in and I'll respond. And yeah, 5-0 it is. I can relate to Dom's, the way we're sort of suggesting he might be feeling out there. I've been there in terms of you can only see the negative in every situation. I've just finished the wrong side of the ball, I can't see how to get back in shape, or if I miss this I leave my opponent on, that sort of stuff. And that's kind of how the demons I sort of had in my head when I used to play. And not often you see top players these days have that, but that's how it looks like Dom is playing right now. Time will start to get away from Dom here. He's 5-0 down, and he's going to need help from Cole. He's going to need to completely change his whole mindset and fortunes as well, of course, because he hasn't had much runner as well, it has to be said. And he needs to find his break, and he needs 5 very quick chances, because there's no golden breaks in play with 12 and a half minutes to go. He needs to essentially run 6 straight at 2 minutes a frame, and he's not going to get an opportunity to do that here. While Cole works out what he wants to do, I can tell you that we have had a result in the last 32. Chris Melling has already beaten Andy Milliard, and that means that the winner of this match, which looks likely to be Cole Bedford, will be taking on Chris Melling. And they have previous. That'll be fun. Had to swerve to make it, obviously, but took away the control. So he's in trouble here. You just have to play a safety shot of some sort. Gets out of it, but gifts up another chance. 1 yellow guarded by all the reds, but access to it. Yeah, just there, just having a look. Does he have to play a cannon, or does he play the gap? He might be able to get a cannon here. He's not going to, actually. He's going to just roll it in. Yeah, actually thought he might go a touch deep and try and slide past the 8-ball and get the red, but only because it makes it easier to get the ball back out. But just has to control the cue ball off this red that he's going to cannon, which he has done beautifully. So now the problem ball is the one at the top of the table. No good. He tells us exactly how he feels about that. All this is just hurting Dom with every second that ticks by. Yeah, he's a big favourite to win this frame. We've said that a couple of times in the match, but needs it to be done quickly. Almost needs to just throw caution to the wind here. Yeah, that should give him an opportunity next visit.
That ran into the heart of the bottom right corner pocket, and he then nailed the next double. That would have been a dagger for Dom. Is he not on this red? No, he's okay.
This needs to be quick. And we'll try and leave. What will he leave? 7-15, maybe just 7. He leaves 7:30, so he's done well, but it's still 7:30. He needs 4 more frames minimum. At least he is on the board. First opportunity for Cole Bedford to win the frame has come and gone. Another result from the last 32. Actually, there's been a couple more results. Christy Caulfield has beaten Hita Patel 6 frames to 1. Shane Thompson has beaten Preston McInnes 6 frames to 0.
Here's what's coming up for you for the rest of this afternoon, and what we've already seen on the stream table so far. Josh Kane and Jimmy Croxton safely through against Carl Morris and Sean Chipperfield respectively. Got Ben Doyle versus Jordan Shepherd coming up, and then we're going to hop over briefly to the Women's British Open. Amy Beecham, Kirsty Lee Davies is a quarter-final in that event. That sounds tasty to me, I'm sure you'll agree. We're going to see that after Ben Doyle versus Jordan Shepherd. And to round off the afternoon session, we'll see a match from the main event, last 16. As Cole Bedford is targeting the last 16 himself. A win in this frame, and it is done. Oh, Cole. Well, Thomas ran to the table. Cole's cleared the funny side of it. Dom knows he just has to absolutely fly at these. He has got form for miraculous buzzer beaters, Dom Cooney. Pulled off, for me, I think maybe the best ever in the Grand Slam back in 2021, I think it was, against Greg Batten. Pulled out an absolute miracle clearance in about 33 seconds.
Dom always says he may not be the quickest player, but he'll certainly run the quickest around the table. He's not afraid to go. I remember once, I think it was even in that match, he did that and he ran round and he jarred his knee into the corner of the table as he was running round.
Oh, I wonder how big a problem that yellow at the top right is. Well, we're not going to get that far. It's going to stay up.
Cole, he really should go against his natural instinct here. I'm not saying don't go for it. It is a tough finish because of the red on the right-hand side. But use the beeps on every shot. Just simply because 5-1 up with 5:20 to play, even if he gets, it's another minute off the clock. And that just hurts Dom completely. He might take this to the bottom of the table now. He won't get better on it than he is.
Yeah, you have to, don't you? You have to. This is a match winner if he gets it. Oh, that was a long, long way off. That was not particularly close. Strange one, this, because I don't think Cole will feel he's played that well in the match. In a strange way. And the more Dom can chip away at this, I do wonder if we can see something properly silly. It's going to be 5-2. And 4:20. It's not outside the realms to see 3 frames. Of course, it is so unlikely. But it doesn't feel impossible anymore.
No, not having the golden break hurts from Dom's perspective, but yeah, 3 finishes in 4:25. We've seen that sort of thing before. He has to have the next 3 chances. The minute that Cole gets a chance at the table, it's a minute and a half gone, and then it completely kills him.
Oh, threw everything at it. His break has let him down quite badly today in this match, Dom Cooney.
Yeah, all sorts going on with it. Not hitting any well, has he? Cole's just got to be careful. Make sure that cue ball's behind the line.
Great shot.
Yeah, now in position to get out. Although, little tricky next shot. He's just run a little bit too far, but actually going past the straight, he can now use the top cushion. Well, I think that's risky. I would try and use the top cushion with a little bit of right-hand side and come back down. Because if you leave the plant, in the end he's played into it. Prefer that than leaving the plant, because if you leave the plant and the red goes that you're hitting goes away, you've got no shot.
Not exactly a great shot he's got on now.
No, but look at the time he's used up. I mean, just every second.
Oh, yeah. He's doing the right thing, just taking a couple of extra, just to settle himself. There's no rush on this. Spins it around the angles. That's lovely. What a line he's found.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
And this one is done. Cole Bedford is going to back up his performance against Tom Cousins with a 6-2 win over Dom Cooney. Fabulous win for Cole, who is on the march in the British Open into the last 16, and he has got plenty to smile about.